Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why do we feel bored, even though we have almost everything? We have smartphones more powerful than anything humans ever owned before. We have endless entertainment, music, movies, games, travel, food, and freedom like never before. And yet, we feel empty. We feel that days look the same. We feel that life has become dull, heavy, and boring. This video is not here to give a quick answer, and it is not here to tell you that the problem is you. It is a calm attempt to understand why we collectively feel boredom and loneliness from a psychological perspective and from a human one, a gentle consolation for those who feel lost in all this noise. Modern boredom is not the same as old boredom in psychology. Boredom is not just empty time. Boredom is a signal that the mind no longer feels meaning. People in the past also felt bored, yes, but their boredom was different. It was the boredom of waiting for rain, the boredom of long roads, the boredom of cold nights. Today, we are bored inside the noise. We are bored while surrounded by everything. And here lies the paradox. When everything becomes available, it loses its value. Our minds were not designed for this amount of choice. They were not designed to see hundreds of faces every day. They were not designed to absorb thousands of images, ideas, and comparisons. In the past, a person waited days or weeks for a message. They waited an entire season to harvest a single fruit. Today, we move from video to video in seconds, from feeling to feeling without fully living any of them. Psychology calls this dopamine overload. Dopamine. Pleasure without depth. Dopamine is a chemical in the brain responsible for motivation, anticipation, and pleasure. The problem is not dopamine itself, but excess. Social media works like a non-stop dopamine machine. A like, a swipe, a new video, a comment, a comparison, then emptiness. Each small hit raises expectation. Then satisfaction drops. So we need more, but feel less. And so we fall into a vicious cycle. More consumption, less feeling, deeper boredom. Why do we feel lonely even though we are connected? In the past, people knew fewer individuals, but they knew them deeply. Today, we know hundreds of people, but our connection to them is shallow. We see their perfect lives on screens, but not their anxiety, not their silent nights, not their moments of weakness. So we compare our inside to their outside. And psychology tells us constant comparison kills contentment. Modern loneliness is more dangerous than old isolation. Isolation in the past was physical. Today, it is psychological. You sit among people, but feel invisible. You speak, but no one truly hears you. But this kind of loneliness creates a quiet, heavy boredom, not because life is empty, but because the soul is no longer being touched. What was life like before technology? It was not easier. It was not always better, but it was slower. And slowness allowed feelings to fully form. The road was long, but arrival had taste. Work was exhausting, but achievement was felt in the body. Today we accomplish a lot, yet feel almost nothing. Boredom has an inner cry. In existential psychology, boredom is not a flaw, it is a message that says, stop running and look at what you are truly missing. Sometimes what we lack is not more entertainment, but more meaning. Why does this generation feel tired without a clear reason? Because our minds never stop working, because we are always updated, because we no longer allow ourselves real emptiness. Emptiness is not the phone, emptiness is silence, and silence has become frightening. What if your life is not boring? What if it is simply overstimulated? What if the problem is not that you are not living, but that you are living in too many places at once? The phone is here, the mind is there, and the soul lost between them. A consolation for those who feel lonely if you feel your days look the same. If you feel something is missing but you cannot name it, that does not mean you are broken. And it does not mean you are ungrateful. It means you are human, living in a fast world with a slow mind. And that is a real struggle.